Whoa, what happened, Joe?
We just shotgunned our way into this thing.
That's
Sorry,
what
I've been trying to break my way out of this prison I found myself in since 2 weeks ago, and I've had zero success so far. This stuff's made out of titanium.
Oh, you're in a prison.
Well, sure, it looks like a fancy hotel, but there's no doors. I'm just in this this walled up prison with like a desert in the background.
Huh.
So it's got great lighting because it's just open ceiling concept, but
white, a lot of white.
It's just white,
bouncing
white
off.
on white on white. You know,
Usually like a insane asylum kind of aesthetic.
I mean,
yeah.
who's to
Like,
say?
so bright.
Moon Knight. Joe's getting Moon Knighted.
Speaking of Moon Knighted, have you
Yo.
been watching Moon Knight, Joe?
I finished it. Have you guys finished it?
I did. He didn't watch any of it.
I don't watch that. I don't like these low
No,
budget.
You saved yourself. Moon Knight
Thank you.
has successfully.
Thank you.
No, you liked it.
Thank you.
Liked it.
Thank you. Thank
No, wait,
you.
wait,
thank
wait,
you.
wait. Okay.
Because it's
Hey,
trash.
Sam really liked it. My brother really liked it.
Uh-huh.
And then my coworker LJ, who I spent like the last little while closing up the shop at Blue's Clues with, he agrees with me that it was not the best Marvel show or story.
No, it's not the best one, no, but
They're never the best one. Which one is the best one then? Not Scarlet Witch, not the American
the shows?
Not the Captain America one with the gay one. It's not that one.
Not the one.
Not the one with the Flash.
I'm trying to think. What was the best?
I would say I think Moon Knight was very good. I think it did tear off a bit towards the end, but I think it started well to the point where I was like, this could be the best one.
Right.
WandaVision, yeah, it was good, but it bugged me.
WandaVision started the hype of the new shows.
Yeah.
So it had that hype element to it, where it's like, oh, this is the start of something big. This is post-Endgame stuff. But in retrospect, I think my pick would be Loki for the best.
Yeah.
One. So yeah, there's Loki too. I'm like,
I think Loki was better.
Not about Loki?
To be honest,
also didn't watch Loki.
I'm not.
Sam says Loki is his least favorite.
Any of the spin-offs. I'm not down for any of the like 8 episodes Disney. No.
Series, sure.
Oh, I've remembered my favorite one.
I'm not down for any of that.
Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye was my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Didn't
Hawkeye was good. Hawkeye was surprisingly good. The fact they tied in Kingpin too. Spoilers, I guess.
It was alright. It was alright. I would say maybe like I don't know what it is. For me, it really felt like Jeremy Renner? Is that his name? Felt like Jeremy Renner was done. He was done on Endgame, and he was just here to show up and do what he had to do to end this.
He was there to hand over the bow.
But it wasn't a Daniel Craig, though, in James Bond. James Bond, in Daniel Craig delivered. He delivered. He's like, this is my last show. I'm going to go hard. I'm going to go real hard.
It seemed like he phoned it
This
in.
person, Hawkeye, he was like, I'm done. Hand it off to this girl,
seemed like he didn't want to be there the whole time.
Exactly.
It was like part of the story too that he just did.
That's the vibe I got.
He was injured. He was old. He's broken.
Daniel Craig. Who's Daniel Craig?
No. Jeremy Renner.
I know, but I'm just saying Daniel Craig though. He did a whole.
He was old and broken as well. Yeah.
Did a whole James Bond movie. Let's be serious. Jeremy Renner did nothing in Endgame, but hang off of a thing and die.
He's never had his own movie though.
Yeah.
To be fair,
what's he doing?
Daniel Craig didn't want to do that movie, and he kept saying no, and they kept
and they forcing him.
No, they didn't force him. They just gave him more money.
It has to be and he did it. And he has every reason not to want to do it because he's older. Like Jeremy Renner, it's like, what do you mean? You just finished Endgame. You barely did anything in Endgame. You're not even the main star in Endgame. You're like, it's true though. He wasn't even in one of the.
Yeah, some could say his haircut was the star of that movie.
Yeah, he wasn't even in like the 4th one or something. Because there's like 3
He
main...
wasn't in Infinity War at all.
Yeah,
he didn't exist.
That's the 4th or 4th one, right? He wasn't in that one, so it's like, what do you mean you're tired? Doing what? Doing what?
Anyway, we can all agree that the least favorite Marvel show is
the gay one,
the Winter Soldier and Captain America Falcon.
That one was
Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Because the fans wanted a bromance. We didn't get it.
Right. There was a shocking amount of fandom that came out of that show. I thought it was fine. You know, I didn't think it was as bad as the haters do, but I did not love it the way that other people did online. There were so many people memeing I think the Disney itself was like trying to jump on the hype train. They started memeing that guy like dancing at the club.
Yeah.
Don't meme your own thing. That's not how it works.
Even though it was in like a 1 second shot.
It was a 1 second shot. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's probably the weakest of the shows.
I think when people also too like we're comics, we're like invested, we love Marvel, we're invested in it, and sometimes when you're invested in certain characters and like actors playing those characters, they can do no wrong. So like an example would be like I can't think of one right now. Okay, Alita, I'm like, we're talking about it. Is there going to be a number 2? I want a number 2. I'm an Alita fan, but so many fans were like, no, I'm not down. I hate Alita.
Right.
It's
because
trash.
they're too diehard with
but
the anime.
I was a full diehard fan where I was like, I love anime. I've seen the anime. I've seen the original, like, seen like over and over. Like, I want more. I want more. We want to know what's above. Da, da, da.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, even if the movie wasn't that good, I would still be like, that movie's not that good, but I would still want to see more.
No, you know what that movie is like for me? I feel like it's like the Sonic movies. As far as like they're taking a concept that isn't known for being live action, but they're able to do their own thing with it. I don't know. Am I frozen to you guys? Can you see me? Technical difficulties. Hello?
Hi, sorry, our thing crashed.
Marvel came in and took us out because we were talking shit about them.
Oh no! You show any criticism. Yeah, Disney's partnered with Bell and Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
All of the service providers.
Yeah.
Take you out.
Sorry,
I can hear you, but your screen's still frozen.
Oh no!
But I can hear you now, so that's good.
Oh, okay.
But okay, so long as we can still hear each other. Yeah, the visual will come back eventually.
Just saying
hey,
that.
there you are. Nice.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay, but so I was saying, have you guys seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movies?
No.
Not even the first one?
Mm-mm.
I was surprised. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece, but based on the product, based on the material, what they were able to do within live action, I think they did the best they could. I was surprisingly entertained. And then the second movie, the exact same. I was like, oh, okay, they're not just doing the first one, but again with more characters. It's like they got a whole different story, and it's still got Jim Carrey doing his thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like Alita Battle Angel should have been given that respect, but I guess the fans of the anime were too angry at it. I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't like the eyes.
But it's the same thing where it's like because that IP has not existed in live action. I feel like it has more liberty to kind of do whatever it wants. It has like this fun energy about it. So I think Alita 2 should happen. I will sign a petition if that's what the world needs.
Maybe it could happen in like 12 years like they've done with Avatar. Just be like
Avatar.
We'll just wait a ridiculous amount of time and then we'll make a sequel.
Yeah. Also, question for you both. Would you think that, because there's a situation where it kind of happened in both Alita and Sonic, where Sonic came out with a trailer and it was trash because they did not like what Sonic looked like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They and that honestly created a really big buzz around it. It's like it amped it up to be really like, wow, what the hell is this? Nobody wants this. Everybody hates it. However, they listened. As opposed to Alita, nobody liked her giant eyes.
Right.
If they changed the eyes, would it have had a better outcome?
Right.
To be more like just regular eyes. It's like she's just a regular
actual actress that is playing her.
But in that James Cameron Avatar
way,
dots on face,
that is the weird thing. There was
people didn't like the eyes.
Yeah, like either have everyone have giant eyes or have no one have giant eyes.
It was only because she was an android. Only the androids had the big eyes because there was a flashback where she was fighting on the moon with Michelle Rodriguez, who's another android, and she also had the big eyes.
So that's how they explain it.
So it's just like, okay, the androids have big eyes, real humans have normal eyes.
Right. It does bring into question. So did us humans intentionally create androids to have giant anime eyes because
we don't want them to look
we fetishize big eyes?
Kawaii.
But again, more people didn't really people didn't know that because they didn't see the movie. They wouldn't know that until they see the movie. So everybody just sees this
Yeah,
girl's
there was
eyes,
special-
and they're like,
yeah.
no. So
Yeah.
imagine it was Sonic, and they didn't change him. Would there have been a different outcome on the movie? A lot of people probably wouldn't have went to see the movie, right?
But the conspiracy theory is that they deliberately released that trailer
So people
with
would
the
hate
bad CGI, so it would build hype, and then they'll go, "Oh no, we're gonna change it now. Look, we changed it." But they already had the changed version all along.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so
That's what I
It built the hype, made some money. Now they've made a sequel, made even more money.
Oh yeah, there are people
But then
over that.
Alita didn't make the money.
Spoil. There's
shit
for Sonic 2.
Oh my gosh.
Movie. I'm excited for the third movie. Not gonna lie.
Okay, wow. I think we might have to watch it then.
Which?
Sonic.
It's now
Sonic.
expanded universe. You know, they're bringing everyone in. That's all I'll say.
I don't know. It's just like too kooky.
Wait, so okay, so Sonic is not the Mario universe. So who else is in Sonic's universe?
Sonic has
Tails,
Eggman. Dr. Eggman is Jim Carrey. Then you got Tails. You got Knuckles. You have Shadow Sonic. You have Metal Sonic. You have
it's just Sonic
one.
Duplicated.
The girl. Yeah.
All of the surfboard ones.
It's just Sonic that in different colors.
Racing games.
And Tails. And Eggman.
But Joe's saying it's an expanded universe.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they would be able to partner with Nintendo, because it's Sega. So whoever Sega.
Oh, it's Sega. So who else? What else does Sega make? Street Fighter.
Sega.
Just like the wildest crossover, Sonic versus Street Fighter.
I don't know what it is.
What else does Sega make?
I don't know. I haven't played Sega in like
Soul Calibur.
Like I haven't heard Sega. Like I haven't played Sega games. I honestly want to watch a gameplay though of some
Dreamcast.
Oh, yo. Okay, this is interesting. Sega has in November of 2021 has partnered with Microsoft.
Master Chief.
That means
Halo.
Master Chief.
Halo crossover. Sonic versus
Halo crossover. That would be an in-universe thing. No. That means Banjo-Kazooie because Rare is owned by Microsoft. So they have a lot of potential cinema-wise.
Banjo-Kazooie always made a weird sound when you took the bird out of his backpack and walked on the bird.
What would he do?
It made that sound too when he went up, but like when it walked, it was like a weird like bird sound. That's what it sounded like. It was like Joe's kind of getting it.
Okay.
Weird,
no, I never played that game.
That game was so fun, but kind of scary. I don't know what it was. It was fun, but scary.
It teetered on horror, child horror.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It's like the Dark Crystal, where it's like it's supposed to be cute, but it's also kind of scary. You know, it's like they didn't understand.
Even renting it was scary.
I owned it. I owned that shit.
I rented it.
Whoa. I never rented games.
Blockbuster.
Oh, I never rented games.
Yo, I was a video kid, straight up. That was my neighborhood.
Games. I rent them, and then if they were good, I'd buy them. Because you only get a certain amount of days, and especially when the games are really hot, you only get them for like 2 days. But if they're like lame games that nobody cares about, you can get them for a whole week, and then you can just beat the whole game in a week. And then it's like, why would I buy that? I just beat it in a week. But when they're like hot games, like Mario Tennis or something, it's like I gotta buy that. Or ask that for
the store wouldn't give you the option. It would only be a 1 day or 2 day rental.
It's like I gotta get that for Christmas because I
can't.
Then
other sections would have the 7-day rental. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. And then I would get it for Christmas and open it.
Think about it. Because like people can damage those products hardcore, you know, and then give it back, and the people don't test it; they just put it back on the shelf.
Right.
And you get it, and it's all scratched up, and like the movie's skipping and shit. But
they have disc cleaners now. Because I used to trade in my games a lot after I'd done with them.
Okay.
You know, you can trade them back in, and they'll give you like
spend
store credit.
$70, they give you $1. Yeah.
Yeah. But they would always as you're handing them over, they would open the cases, and then old Xbox games used to have those little pamphlets inside with like the controls and the maybe some characters would be in there and stuff. They'd check that, or a map if it was like Skyrim, it came with a map in there. They'd check that, then they'd lift the disc out and they'd check underneath for scratches. And if there were scratches, they might knock off like another 50 cents off it. And like, you son of a. But they have the
scratches. They're just like. They're always writing you up.
I was there.
We'll give you $1.
Like a therapist. Whenever there's that angry person who doesn't want a therapist talking to them, and the therapist starts writing stuff down, it's like, hey, what are you writing? Stop that. What are you doing? It's like every time you talk, they go,
stop writing.
Stop. They're like, stop it. What are you doing? What are you writing down?
LOL.
Yeah. That's what we do.
So speaking of crossovers and Sonic the Hedgehog and Halo, are we behind on an episode of Halo?
No, we have the final episode.
That's coming
left.
out this
Coming
week
up.
though.
It's coming up this week.
But Joe, hang on,
Like,
Joe.
God, who cares?
Hold up.
Okay, so it's been we've not talked about Halo for 2 episodes because we've been moving house.
There's nothing to talk about.
We thought the week just gone was the last episode.
I didn't think
because of the way that the story. Yeah, we did. The way the story was going.
Conclusive of one person's story.
Yeah. So we were like, oh right, final episode. Let's do it. We'll catch up with Joe on Tuesday. Let's just do it. And then you load it up and it's like episode 7, and we're like, what's this going to be about then? And then the whole episode is about a character that we don't care about, but they're really, really trying to make this character important.
Yeah.
What was this last episode? So the
Quan episode. Yeah.
Because in the episode before that, there was some action in that episode.
Yeah, and it ended with like, oh, it's Halo, but it wasn't. It was a vision. And it's like, oh, Halo. Oh,
I know.
Finally.
No, and also, that was Halo, but if Halo was One Tree Hill or something. It's like they're like gonna kiss, and it's like all bubbly and floaty around them.
I really thought they were gonna like start banging or something. I'm like, but they just met. What's going on? They're having like some weird psychic connection or something.
Yeah.
Weird shit going on.
Very not good. There's no way they could make this better than the original story. This has been subpar this whole time, and it's going to continue down that path with what that is supposed to be. That's
like, did they not rewatch any of this? Like, that's what I don't understand. And like, with like, do they not rewatch the whole season? Like they don't take, like, they say, here, okay, guys, we're all done. Everybody take one. Everybody come back here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think. Because like, we need to refilm this whole thing again.
Yeah, but if they spent 160 million, they're not going to spend 160 million again to reshoot.
That's the problem.
Shit. Well, it's going to have to go out.
Too many people in the area. Too many. Everyone like, this is a great idea. That's a great idea. Someone needs to come in there, like us, and be like, scrap the whole thing.
Yeah. Everyone on the writers team, fire them. Let's start a new.
Scrap it all.
Let's not even have a writers team. Let's just take the script.
There's already writers called Bungie that already writ some perfectly good.
Let's just go to Staten. He's already got enough on his plate, but that's okay. He's a good. He'll be able to do it, and just have him write the whole show.
Yeah. So nobody asked for this. I think it's just maybe like
Well, that's the crazy thing. People asked for Halo to be on a different medium, whether it be movies or a TV show. We've been asking for this literally since like 2007.
But we asked for this.
We did not want this. We literally wanted, I wanted a movie more than a show.
Yeah.
I wanted a movie, and I wanted the movie to be, basically Halo, except maybe from a different perspective or something. I don't know. Or no, maybe The Fall of Reach. I would want The Fall of Reach to be a movie.
Sure. Yeah.
I want.
And it's Saving Private Ryan. It's Saving Private Ryan, but UNSC Marines and Spartans.
Yeah. And like really intense, like plasma, like there's a battlefield and a plasma gets tossed.
Yeah. And instead of Nazis, it's Covenant and and the Allies and the UNSC, and then it's just a big action movie for the whole movie.
Yeah, have it be about the war. Have it be about strategy, but then while that's happening, also have character dynamic, tell you what the character is, rather than them just sitting and talking in between stuff happening. It's like, have you guys seen Shin Godzilla? No. It was the 2017 one. It was like the Japanese Godzilla movie. The 2014 Godzilla movie came out, and then I think people in Japan were like, we've had enough of Americans making these Godzilla movies.
Okay.
So we're going to make another one, even though it's been like 20 years since we've made one.
Right.
So they make one, and the whole movie is just a race. It's like Mad Max Fury Road, except Godzilla. Cool. It's like the whole movie is just constantly racing, like trying to react to Godzilla being essentially a terrorist, just blowing up Tokyo. So like Godzilla like is constantly evolving the whole time. Like it starts as this weird like fish amoeba thing, and then it starts to grow legs, and then it goes on land, and then it starts to grow its little T-Rex arms, and then all of a sudden it starts getting all the classic abilities we know. And the whole time there's like kind of main characters like in politics. Like there's one guy who like started as like administration, and then as other people are getting killed like by Godzilla, he keeps getting promoted. And like the president of Japan is like trying to escape in a helicopter and it gets blown up by Godzilla. So it's like they have to elect a new prime minister. It's crazy. And like the whole time everybody's just racing. It's like like an Aaron Sorkin kind of movie. But it's like nobody's just sitting chilling talking about who they are to each other. You just find that out through how they communicate to each other. And I did not do audio dub. I did subtitles the whole way, so it's kind of it takes a lot of mental energy to be like reading stuff that fast.
Yeah.
But like, it's worth it. Like it's one of the best Godzilla movies, I think.
Cool.
It's just called Shin Godzilla.
That being said, it's a great way to put it, because like if you guys could maybe change one thing about the show, what would it be? Like just one thing. You just change one thing. More action.
So if you're to have conversations, it has to happen in the middle of action happening, which means you have to write the dialogue differently.
Yeah. In a way. And what would you say? That's a great answer. Actually, I think that would be my answer too. It needs more action, and I would say one more thing, but I can't because I only could say one thing.
Yeah, I would probably agree, because even
it just needs more action.
Like, I don't like that Master Chief's like a chosen one. I don't like Quan's storyline that doesn't matter to anything else.
Doesn't need to exist.
But ultimately,
it just needs more action.
Out of 8 episodes, we've only really had 3 episodes that are action episodes.
Yeah, I would say maybe 2 really, but 3.
2 because 2 of them were half action. So if you combine them, then 2.
2.
So yeah, I think more action, more consistent action per episode would make up for the fact that they've changed the plot.
Like the plot can be changed, but I think it's just the heart of the show is not really the right essence. It's like we're watching this Wild show and I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. It's the same thing with this Halo show. It's like it's just they're not getting the flow of a show. Like they don't understand the flow yet. It's like some shows, it's like maybe season 2, season 3, they get the flow and it's like they pick up. It's like, okay, I'll give it the chance. But season 1, they've missed the mark completely. And I think it's really built on that when you were mentioning action and that character building in between that. So it's like even if there's action, there has to be the character building between that, so that when there is those slower moments really do matter a lot more. Yeah, because we have that build up from the action and the stories going on from the action. But it's just if it's constant just story building with no action, it's just boring. We're just watching we're watching somebody read a book.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean? It's like we're missing the essence. The essence of the show is a game that is an action related game that involves
you're in the middle of a war.
Fighting. You're in a war. Where's the war?
It literally seems like there isn't a war.
Sorry, that's it.
No,
that's
it. Like seems like there's no conflict. It's like, oh, the Covenant exists, but it's like it seems like just a squabble. It doesn't seem like the Covenant is actively blowing up.
Yeah, it's like the Covenant exists, but you'll only see 2 elites at a time, and you'll only see them every 2 episodes. We're not actually seeing them.
Honestly, the worst part is that they have not done a good job conveying the Covenant at all. It should have started with the smaller dudes. Like, I guess I said this last podcast too, but it's like you start small, you build up, and the whole time get the idea of what the Covenant is. This constant looming threat of them encroaching. Not like, oh, I thought the Covenant was a myth. It's like, no, everybody should know the Covenant exists. The whole human species should know it exists, because every day there should be retreating. Every day you're losing territory. Yeah. Every day you're getting pushed back to the brink of like only a few planets left until there's like just reach on Earth. And then like the human species is on the brink of extinction.
Because in those first 3 episodes we got the prophets.
Yeah.
And then we haven't seen them since. And they kept
That's true, yeah.
They kept sending out Covenant Lady. I don't know what her name is.
Right, whatever.
Fingerblade Lady. They kept sending her out on these missions.
Like the fingernail.
But they could cut her story out and instead have Arbiter before he becomes the Arbiter. So he's just a commander.
Literally have a storyline of an enemy. Instead of it being like, oh, what are they?
And we just cut to him every time, and he's invading planets or he's attacking UNSC spaceships and destroying them and stuff. So the whole time we're like, oh, this guy means business, and he's hunting UNSC. And he's just an elite the whole time. So we're like, okay, this guy's an alien and he does alien shit.
Yeah, because that would be a really good way without using exposition where you have to like explain, oh, the Covenant are like slowly taking over or whatever. It's
Mhm.
like if you just have like one scene per episode, you don't have to
Mhm.
explain this guy. It's just his perspective or hers, whatever, just the elite's perspective as like a shipmaster taking over like each planet, and he's just constantly updating the prophets and like swearing by them. So it's like that person doesn't even have much of a character arc. They just exist to continuously show the regression of human territory, the
Yeah.
constant push of the Covenant. That so he's just a bad guy. He never like confronts Master Chief throughout the whole season.
No.
That's something that happens when they're on Halo in season 2, and then he maybe like almost dies once Chief is successful in blowing up Halo, and then season 3 is when he has his Arbiter storyline.
Yeah,
So the
and
whole
then
time he's like an enemy.
Yeah, and then
least
that's
that.
even cooler then when in season 3 when he's now a good guy because it's the
Yeah,
Arbiter,
the whole
like,
time he's like this
Yeah.
bad guy, but then he finally is like, I think I've been lied to my whole life.
yeah,
And then
that would be
goes through
awesome.
that process.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be,
Awesome.
we just literally made a better show. It's so sad.
Yeah. And if I can throw one more thing in, I think, to be honest, I think it could be fully recasted. Everybody could be recasted. They're
Dude.
not pulling their weight as actors.
This
They're not
show's
pulling their weight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
None of them.
Like they just recast everybody. It's like it's
He-
like Game of Thrones. They were all upcoming like people that aren't like stars yet, but
Oh
they
man, you
had
knew
that
they were upcoming
potential.
talent. You could tell.
Yeah, they had that potential where it's
This,
like they're gonna
no.
be
Mhm.
big. These guys are gonna be big stars. Quan, I mean,
He-
I love that there's diversity, but it's like, girl, no. The main
She's
Master
trying.
Chief,
She's trying.
she's
at least.
trying, but Master
Right.
Chief, oh my god.
So
He's the
Cortana,
worst.
the voice of Cortana, keep the
Mhm.
visuals Cortana, get rid of.
They
Mhm.
get rid of, yeah.
And the two Spartans that just like stay in Spartan mode the whole time and don't become weird, emotional, crazy
They're
people.
okay. I'm okay with those.
I keep them.
Yeah.
They're literally
Yeah.
good Spartans. Just keep them being Spartans.
But Halsey needs recasting because the age stuff doesn't make any
Makes
sense.
0 sense. She's
I
literally
can-
she should be grandma age. She should be 60.
I can get over the voice after a while, the accent change. It's like whatever, but
Yeah, 'cause that was never
the age stuff doesn't make any sense. Every time I see Captain Keyes, I'm like, that guy should be Johnson.
right.
And not just because he's black, but like I'm like he
There
looks
is no Johnson
exactly like
character,
he's from
that is a
the
void.
game.
that exists.
Like, yeah,
'Cause
and
there is no Johnson character. There should be a human who's in the UNSC who's as badass as a Spartan, but he's not a Spartan. That character doesn't exist in the show. It's
all
literally
right.
just
So
admirals and the Spartans.
is this going to happen in season 2, Joe? They're going to introduce Johnson in season 2, and then they're going to have to cast a black man with a beard, and he's just going to look exactly like Keyes.
Right.
What, like,
Yeah.
is this, they're
Either
going to
that
look
or
identical?
they'll whitewash him.
They'll switch it around.
Like they
yeah.
made Keyes black, so they're gonna make Johnson white.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so. I would recast Keyes. I would take him out. But I would honestly make the actor though that's playing Keyes make him Johnson because I think he's perfect.
He is great. Yeah.
For Johnson, yeah. And yeah, Chief, the actor just needs to keep the damn helmet on the whole time. I think
Yeah.
he's
Listen,
fine when
honestly,
he's got the helmet on. He's doing a
Yeah, he can
perfectly
keep
fine
doing
job.
his voice, whatever. Just don't be an emotional wreck and keep that goddamn helmet on, dude.
Keep the armor on.
Because yeah, that's the thing.
Again,
I-
that's
I
on
never
him though.
felt-
That's on him. That's
like in the
that's
first
the
episode, like
source line.
while his helmet was on, I didn't necessarily mind that it was a different voice
Mm.
because this is supposed to be him when he's younger, so he would have a younger voice. He
Sure.
wouldn't have that older voice of.
I just
of
think the
actual
helmet shouldn't have
actor.
came
Yeah.
off ever. The helmet
So-
just shouldn't have came off until later on.
That's-
If they want to have it come off later on when he's with Quan. He took it off in the first episode with Quan.
He seemed
Yeah,
really
it's
eager
like-
to take it off.
Yeah.
He's-
At least if you're gonna keep Quan's storyline, like keep that.
And
shit
even I think I said it last time on the podcast. Even if you're gonna take the helmet off, don't show us his face.
Yeah.
Right? Like at the end of Halo 1, when Chief takes the helmet off, but the camera just pulls out just so we don't see his face in time.
Yeah.
Do that. Take the helmet off, but the camera's behind his head, so we only see the back of his head and there's just scars everywhere or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
At least
Show-
then there's some relation to that damn opening.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, at least there's a relation.
Yeah.
You always see the back of his head, the scars, like in the
Yeah.
opening. That makes no sense.
Yeah, we hate the opening.
Why does that
call,
opening
Joe.
exist? Why doesn't it just say Halo?
Yeah.
Halo.
Why is
done.
nanotechnology building?
Why is he fucking?
That's not how the armor goes on.
That's a very like show
I hate
thing
it.
to do. That
I
is
hate
not
it.
doesn't
Let's
work
just like
for Halo at all.
it's like this is such a spectacular. We're such a cool ass show. We're so bomb. We're so 2022. We're actually not
We have
2022. We're
such good graphics
2027.
with the
We're
sand
such
technology.
yeah. We have the best
Why is it
technology,
sand?
best actors. That we can put him in this cool LED lighting. The gamers are gonna go wild for this. Now make it melt onto his.
The melt, yeah, that makes no sense, and especially because there was a Halo Infinite promo where it shows the armor being built.
I hate it so
Right.
much.
Have that be the
Like, why can't it be normal?
credits
Why are they
for the
trying to
show?
be so
Well, even
cool?
in, I think it was in episode
Not cool, Halo.
1. No, it must have been episode 2 when he's trying to land his Pelican at the base.
And that was episode 1, yeah. And
Oh,
it
is
shows
it
the other
episode?
farts putting their armor on.
Exactly, and they go inside that big ring and they stand and they do the Iron Man thing where like it comes on and it gets bolted and it gets all bolted on.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that?
Instead, they're doing
Like,
Iron Man 2022 Iron Man, the one where it's like Iron Man stands and everything.
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
they're doing Infinity
like,
War
is,
right,
like,
instead.
Yeah.
everything's nanotechno. It's like no, this is the where's this? Where's Tony Stark? This isn't Tony Stark.
No.
That's what they're trying to do. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
I
just
know.
like
Instead of
it
being
gets
a
me aggressive
trendsetter, trying to
sometimes.
follow trends, and it's
like
very-
just be
it's very
what
desperate.
it is. It's like just be what the show is. Stop. Again, it's like they
And
didn't
it's-
have anybody on set that actually maybe played the game.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, or at least anyone who did, who kept bringing stuff up, they'll go, no. We don't talk about that.
Just a basic,
doing our own thing.
quality
It's
life
like,
checker, being like this is not it. This is not what we need.
Yeah.
Clearly, whoever made this did not have a vision.
Yeah, they don't have a vision. It makes me think of like,
or they had a really, really specific vision where they were like, this is like the showrunner was like, you know what, I'm gonna make my own universe, and I'm so set on my ways, and no one's gonna.
It's like, sit down. You're not Ridley Scott. Sit down. You're not doing new and like sit down. Whoever did this movie or show, whatever it wants to be called, I could say it's a really. If it was a movie, it would be probably even worse if it was a movie.
Oh, I was telling you, what I want to do, Joe, is take all the episodes and put them in Final Cut, chop out all the shit, and try and get it down to like a 90-minute movie to put on YouTube.
Nice.
That's what I want to try and do. I'm never going to do it because it's way too much work, but that's what I want to do. And then I want to track Master Chief's helmet onto his face the whole time. Any scene he doesn't have it on, I'm going to re-add it. And then I'm also going to add the Halo soundtrack to it in the action scenes. It's going to have the da-da-da-da, that bit. And then I'm also going to add the real gun sounds from the games as well, because the guns don't quite sound right either. That's what I want to do. Way too much work. I'll never do it, but that's what I want to do.
Predictions,
I think that's possible. The hardest part would be the helmet tracking, because you need a specific program for that. I guess after. And you'd have to make the helmet in Blender because it needs to be able to like move, you know?
Yeah. That's so funny. Just how to do it. That's so funny.
Right, yeah. But I mean, like I can already see it now.
Like,
Episode 1, the whole beginning stays where you learn about this artifact, but then you get rid of every story part that has to do with him taking the chip out and being emotional.
Yeah.
The Cortana trying to control him. Literally just have Cortana like injected into
voice
him.
Only. And then voice only. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Get rid of her as the visual thing, and then only have the action scene in 5, or like the dig site, but then get rid of him trying to punch Halsey. Get rid of the female character. Get rid of the Covenant lady completely. She's doesn't exist.
Wait, is that the Indian one?
No. The blonde-haired finger blade. She's gone.
Oh, I hate her.
She's cut out.
She's probably the worst.
Her entire story is gone.
Oh no! Here's what I'll do, Joe.
Yeah.
I'll just get a 2D cutout of Arbiter and I'll track that on top of her, so that our idea that we just had about the Arbiter character being in it, that'll be
the aliens are gone too. They never show the aliens anymore.
Yeah,
it's like remember the one episode where Quan was just completely gone, and then this episode they're like back to Quan.
And everyone else is gone.
And everyone else is gone now. It's like back and forth. It's like, oh my gosh, we playing flapjacks on a Sunday.
And I'll make
Yeah, I guess.
keys can be Johnson. I'll just get some sound clips of Johnson from the games going hoorah, and I'll just add those over his scenes.
Just every time you see like the ship explode in episode 5, hoorah!
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man,
Uh,
there's a lot that can be done there. Yeah, I like it. I love that idea.
man.
We'll commission it. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
But either way, the final episode is this Thursday, so that'll be all she wrote until season 2 comes.
So
We'll spend
okay.
another $100 million on it.
Oh gosh. So at the end of the episode 7, the Mystics have spoken to Quan.
And they all have white hair for no reason.
And they've all got
That
white
was-
hair, but they're all light-skinned people and living in a desert, but they've all got blonde hair and dreadlocks. Anyway, it's the future, whatever. So these Mystics have given Quan a vision that she has to help Master Chief.
I think help the
Maybe?
Chosen One go down the well. She's gonna push him down the well.
So they've almost gone. Master Chief's the Chosen One. Bladefinger's the Chosen One, and now Quan kind of also a Chosen One in her own way.
She's just there to send them on their way. She's the gatekeeper, I guess.
Yeah, it's like right. So all 3 of the main characters are still main characters and are still like they're all special
in a
their own
Mary Sue
way,
kind of-
and yeah, it's
yeah. What a fun coincidence that they're all the Chosen Ones.
Which also means that all of Quan's stuff was pointless because it's like she had a side quest to stop the bad insurgent people, whatever they were,
Divergent.
and then in the end, none of that matters because she's got to go back to Chief and point him to where a well is. The well, I assume, is just
go in the well,
sort of
fit in.
Forerunner portal or something to Halo. I don't know. It's going to be something else, isn't
It's
it?
stupid. Yeah, it's clearly going to be an underground construct, but it's like, why put the key to the well, like 20 kilometers away from that well, and then the other half of the key on another planet? Why not put the initial key on another planet too to this well?
Yeah.
Well, like,
or just don't make this show.
The well is. I'm thinking it's supposed to be the same thing as what was on Earth in Africa, like that giant,
like the arc
what
thing?
it was, just giant plate that you had to put the key ship on to open the portal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that might still exist in the show later, but now to get to Halo, you need a special key situation, and it's in a well. Like it's just, I don't know.
I'm just silly. And like the fact that what we predicted in our first episode review that we wouldn't see the Halo until the last episode. Technically, yes, they showed us a little glimpse, but they're not. Dream. There's going to be no boots on the ground until the very end of this episide.
I'm thinking not
even the last 10 minutes.
It's just going to be a shot of it.
Yeah, so sorry, yeah. They're just going to see it like that far away, like yeah,
being like, there it is, and you see the ring.
Yeah, they're going to be stood on the bridge of the Pillar of Autumn or whatever ship they're on, and they're going to be looking out of the window, and you'll just see it.
I honestly don't. It's so weird because I watched 8 episodes. Well, going to be 8, and it's like
I feel like nothing happened.
It's like not. It's like why did I like? It's just so stupid.
Yeah,
I just wasted that much time. It's like same thing with this damn Wild show. I'm just like, no, I don't want to watch.
Yes,
I hate it.
What is this Wild show? Is this on Prime?
Yeah,
I just hate it. So
is it the same as that that one that you watched, Aidan?
Yep,
I trashed.
It's the one I trashed on my YouTube channel. Yeah, it's back.
And we've been wanting to start season 2, and we're on episode 3, I think. And I hate it so much. Like I hate it. I just I don't know why I hate it so much. And I just trying to be not such a hater. And the same thing with Halo. It's like I don't want to just be a hater, like and just hating on the show. It's like
it's not your fault. It's the
just do better.
Just do better. That's right.
Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, television is to entertain, and if it's not entertaining, it's not doing its job. It's failed.
Yes.
Yeah, right? And personally, I wouldn't have made
story.
it.
These writers are jerking themselves off, and I have no idea how they got jobs.
Yeah, and to be honest, I wouldn't have went past episode 3 if we weren't doing it on the podcast. I would not have went episode 3. I already said that. I quit. They had their chance, episode 1 and episode 2, and they bored the shit out of me both episodes. Episode 1 was still decent, somewhat.
It's like okay, you're going somewhere.
But
then where they went
is 3,
no.
I'm out. You can't bore me in 2 episodes. No.
Yeah.
Like, that's not fair to people that are like, what do you mean?
Like,
I'm paying for this
basically,
subscription.
why am I watching?
It's not like I'm not paying.
Mhm.
It's like I'm paying for this. It's not like it's free on the TV. If it's free,
Yeah.
then fine. I don't care. Put it on. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. It's on TV. Fine. But I'm not gonna sign up to your new Paramount garbage.
Dude.
And we talking like we pay in subscriptions because we do pay the subscription. Everyone out there, wink, wink.
Yeah, so we watch all the ads. All the ad breaks.
Can you believe that? Could you imagine?
To
You
pay
have to watch
for
the
Paramount
ads
Plus,
in there too.
which it then gives you ads, it's just like no, then never
What?
will I
Like
ever do.
where? It should be free.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, there's a monthly subscription which we definitely pay, and then it's you're watching a show that's not good, and you have to sit through commercial breaks.
What did Game of Thrones play on? HBO, right?
Yeah, so there was
HBO.
ads. There was ads on that because it was regular TV, but
Regular TV though.
but it
Regular
was
TV.
good quality, Emmy-winning.
Good quality TV
Show.
though. It's just regular TV. It's just out there
Yeah.
for anybody that wants to take it.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to take it, they can take it. That's why they jump on it because they don't have to go through Hoops, Hulu. They don't have to go through Netflix. They don't have to go through Amazon Prime. They don't have to go through Paramount Plus. They can just watch it on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's been because that's been around forever. Paramount Plus, you want me to jump on your app
When you just launched.
Nope.
for
Nothing.
this garbage?
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on. Bye.
Sorry.
Bye.
Oh wait. Oh no, that's Peacock. Doesn't matter. I was like, there's also the Will Smith Fresh Prince, but that's on.
No,
Peacock.
but and even if like
No,
even if though other
There's a
the
Will
other
Smith.
things have the they have the like the they have the they have the resume. Like for instance, HBO now has an app where it's like shows like Sex in the City. This is
Yeah.
a show that I watch. That is a really bad show, but it has the most signups for HBO the app because it's a new show. Everybody's like it's the same with Paramount Plus. It's like we're signing up for this and you want us to watch this and invest in this, but you're gonna give us this garbage? No.
Hell no. That's
That
right.
needs to be addressed. These apps, y'all need to address that shit. Y'all need to come up with something where we're all paying one low subscription of $10 a month and we get everything.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you.
All of them.
Putting
All
out
of
a PSA.
That's right. $10 a
Yeah,
month for
BS.
every subscription service.
The app,
Sure.
the subscription world, the streaming world is very saturated right now.
Yeah,
It's
it's just-
everyone's got one.
It's
Every
it's
company's
exhausting.
got one now.
How do you keep up? I can't
Yeah.
anymore. It's
Yeah.
like I don't want to watch all this shit.
Mhm.
It's all trash. That's why I don't sign up for anything.
I think it's
It's
the
all
end of
trash.
television as we know it.
Well,
Like
well,
regular
it's
like
the-
cable
it's the
TV.
Yeah, it's
beginning
done.
of television as we know it. I
Cable
feel like.
TV's done. And
Yeah.
now it's like you can't even eat food anymore because nothing's on the TV anymore. That's the thing with cable,
Yeah, you
right?
have
Cable,
to have-
everything's always playing.
Yeah.
But now it's like I gotta scroll through shit. My food's cold as fuck.
Oh, we have to put hockey on.
I do hockey. I like hockey.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
fun. Do you watch hockey, Joe?
Did the Leafs win?
No, they've been getting destroyed.
Cool.
They play again tonight, though. I'm gonna text my
Did
dad.
they win one
after
game
this.
at some point?
They've been getting destroyed by
I
Tampa
think
Bay.
they lost both games.
They
that
lost
they played
both
so
games
far.
last.
Blue Leaf.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't watch the hockey. You're not a sports guy.
Yeah, did I not tell you guys my whole life
Yeah,
story?
You have.
When I was a child,
Just saying.
my papa tried to get me in every sport imaginable, and
you
I
weren't.
didn't want to do it. I was the black sheep as far as sports.
Yeah, you know.
Put me in hockey, and I didn't want to be there. So obviously, I wasn't like trying my hardest to participate. Anytime there was a line, I would constantly like someone would do the activity and then come to the back of the line. And I'd be like, "Oh, you can go in front of me," and I just never went.
Wow, that is
Yeah, I
so
was
sad. And then your dad in the
One
stands
kid
being
was
like, "How come you never going
suck,
up?"
you don't like it." He like bullied me, and then so I
It's
just
so sad. I remember I signed up for well, I didn't sign up. My parents signed me up for hockey, and I remember like I got a puck,
Yeah.
and I just remember that I never like went back ever again.
Do you keep the puck?
Yeah, like a guy gave me a puck,
Just got a
and I
puck.
was like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" And then like I just never went back ever again.
You're like, I got one. I need this. That was it.
I guess, yeah. I
Which-
just don't remember. I was
That's
just
what-
like, all I remember was I was on an ice. I had to like dress up all this gear, the skates, everything. Intense. I don't want the stick though. It's too much work.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
want that stick with it. It's fun though, but I
Is-
don't want to dress up and all that stuff and then like
What-
take all that off.
It's a lot of gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What are the main sports over in the UK? There's football, of course.
Footy. Yeah, footy.
Footy.
Everybody plays footy.
cricket.
Cross.
Lacrosse. Well, cricket, I think.
Cricket.
is UK. Yeah.
We don't
Tennis?
No.
But what do
not really.
you? But what are the main ones that you play like when you were a kid?
Backgammon.
Backgammon, sure.
Oh, backgammon.
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 Yeah, everybody just plays football growing up, or rugby. Usually,
Oh, rugby. Yeah.
usually it's one or the other.
Okay.
Like especially in
Rugby
school,
for the
it's like
killers.
you're either a rugby kid if you're like a bigger kid, you play rugby.
Oh yeah.
But if you're more of like a pretty boy, then you
You're just chilling.
play football because all the hot footballers get all the girls, right? So you want to play football.
Hell yeah.
But if you're a bigger guy, you want to play rugby because you can tackle people and throw people around.
It's a challenge. It's basically like modern day warrior, you know?
No, I hated that. I hated doing
You're
that.
Spartan.
I don't want to be
You're
in the
born to be a
locker
killer.
rooms.
Play
Or
rugby.
as we like to say in England, it's just American football, but without the padding because it makes you sound tougher.
That's right.
It makes you sound tougher that way.
Rugby's actually insane. I don't understand why anyone would do that.
Oh, it's crazy. And we would get so muddy and there would be no showers at the school, so you would just be muddy for the rest of the day then.
Ew.
Yeah.
And even if there was showers, I wouldn't do that. Like
No.
at my high school, there were showers, and I would just be so scared.
Yeah, who's getting a shower at
I'm
school?
like, I don't want to
with all
shower
the- No,
here.
hell no.
Well, I didn't get muddy. Yeah, like any activity I
kudos
would do
to
in the
anybody
middle
that
of the day
did
with
shower
gym.
though. They killed
Just
that.
running around, I get a little sweaty, but I just always get sweaty anyway in class.
Yeah, you just put more deodorant
One
on
doesn't-
afterwards. You just hide it with more deodorant.
I can't. I don't know why I can't.
You just hide the smell.
I can't do this. I can't do smell.
That's all we ever did though. We use we call it Lynx in England, but it's Axe body spray.
Oh,
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, everyone would just after gym. You would just cover yourself in as much as that, and it would just hide the smell.
Yeah, that's what they do.
And you go back to class.
That makes sense.
To the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just put loads of it on so they can't smell you. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, so
guys are dirty.
Cricket. Yeah, there would be cricket because that's a big British
dirty
thing. And then
at this point, is cricket? I mean, it's a British thing, but it's because of England's involvement in India, it's like one of the biggest sports in the whole country of India. Do you think? I got to assume just by population alone that it's more popular in India than the UK.
Oh, probably, yeah.
I think it's a big.
I feel like cricket is like the number one Indian sport.
And even in England, it's very popular with the Indians that live in the British Indians.
Yeah.
They like to play. And then we had like indoor sports like badminton. We had a rock climbing wall in the school.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah.
Until a teacher fell off it one year.
I still can't
So
believe
it's not even a kid's fault. The teacher fell.
No, the teacher fell because I think because someone has to go up first to run the ropes up, right?
Oh man!
And I think he fell off. I think he fell off doing that, and he broke both his arms. So then, I'd already left school at this point, but then they had to stop using the climbing wall for like 2 years, and then I guess someone came in and investigated, and then they just took out the climb wall altogether. So that's
damn. That teacher's an idiot. Just ruined it for
everyone. Poor guy though. He had his arms like this in casts for like months or maybe even a year because like you break both your arms.
And you still show up to school?
No. But everyone just
it's like that one. My one.
Uses his teeth right with chalk.
Yeah.
My one cooking teacher that ran over the kid in the parking lot. She just didn't show up ever again. It was like. And then she came back and
ran over a kid and then dipped.
Ran over a kid. And then it's like, then she didn't show up for so long. Everyone's like, oh my God, she going to jail? Like she killed somebody. And then it's like, no, then she showed back up like 2 years later and she thought the smoke went off. But it's like, no, we're only in grade 11. We still remember. And then it's like, then she went away again. So it's like, I guess like,
oh man,
they kind of bully. It's not like they bully. It's just people just talk a lot. So you kind of have to like go off the scene. Because she ran over some kid in the parking lot. It was just horrible. I remember talking about it with Matt when I saw him last, because Matt and I were in the same class, and she was our teacher. And Matt took the class because of me. I was a cook, so I wanted to be in cooking, so I was always doing cooking. So
we had an incident. Again, it was after I left. One of my PE teachers, apparently, like physically assaulted a kid, and that was big. Not SA'd, but like I think he like punched or like shoved a kid.
Yeah.
And that was like a big deal. Yeah, he was like suspended for months.
Mine went to jail. Went to jail for like trying to have sex with the kids.
Oh.
He's physically on the list. There's a list. He's on that list. He was in the newspaper. I'm like,
Wow.
They were literally not trying to like. They were like, "You're a scum piece of shit." They like posted his face everywhere.
Wow.
They didn't give him like a little bit of anything. They just sort of like, "You're scum.
Empathy.
You're not stepping any all over every newspaper." Like honestly, I was like, "This was my English teacher. That's so weird."
Yeah.
Filling up the girls
I
and
think
stuff.
you had a creepy English teacher as well.
Like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
You're just filling up the girls and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh my
What is
god.
it with English teachers? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had one that was a bit sus.
I had an English teacher lady, and she was just mean to me, but didn't try to touch me.
She didn't?
No,
there was also there was like, you know, when you get like, they're not the supply teach. Do you call them supply teachers?
Yeah, we got supply.
But not the supply teachers, like the ones who are like, they just finished university, so they're probably like mid-20s.
Oh, a student teacher, yeah.
Yeah, and they come in, they're learning, and
Just
they might
beside the teacher.
They might cover a few classes, or like they'll like sub in a few classes.
Lessons. They just cover lessons.
Yeah.
I'll let you cover this one tonight.
There was one of those where he gave a student a ride home, and I think that caused nothing happened, but it was one of those situations where it's like,
that ain't good.
That can't happen again. Like, I don't care if you live on the same street and you were just giving her a ride home. That can't
I never thought about that. I was like, oh, I guess that is creepy.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just giving her a ride home. That's so weird.
But it's like.
But it's like it's a little girl alone in a car with some adult.
Yeah. Well, it would. I think she was.
Parents didn't sign off on it.
She was a grade 11, but like it was like.
Oh, grade 11. Yeah. It's worse then.
It's even if nothing happens, she could claim something happened. Either way, that teacher's career can get ruined.
Okay, you don't want to do that. I guess I never even thought about that. I just figured, like, sometimes, like, when we were, like, because I did a yearbook, we were doing yearbook and stuff, and the teacher would be like, do you guys need to ride home?
Mm-hmm.
But it's, like, a female teacher, so I guess it's different.
But not anymore.
Nobody looks for the female teachers. Certain things in society. Female teachers?
It's anybody could be
alone.
Anybody. It doesn't have to be male, female. It can be anybody, right?
That's what I'm saying, not anymore. Like, it can be anyone. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you just think it's like,
society's starting to kick in to that notion, being like, oh wait, women do see.
Actually, there is actually. I don't want to say there's more cases, but there are a lot of cases where the teacher is the female and the student is the boy in the situation.
Yeah, I feel like that's just statistics. I feel like statistically there are more female teachers, so it's more likely that it's going to show up they're diddling the kids more than teachers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just now remembering that I got a drive from a teacher just from us talking about that.
I think I've.
But it wasn't just me alone. It was me and my friend Alex, and it was this one teacher that got stoned all the time. He was a stoner, and he was like this 60-year-old man. He would like smoke in the morning, come into class, teach, go for lunch. He had ash and cigarettes in the car door holder. Like, there's the handle to get in, but then you know how there's also that.
There used to be those little cigarette bits in there.
There's just like, it was like full of ash. Like, I was gonna put my hand. I was like, holy shit! Like, it was just full. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm just sitting here, and just reeked of like smoke and stuff. And I was like, all right. And he just like drove me and my friend to McDonald's. We're like, all right, thanks for the drive. Bye.
Yeah.
He
probably wanted to get in your guys' underwear.
Oh no.
Yeah, why not? He's an old man. What about the guy on Family Guy?
Isn't he an
old man?
There was occasions where we'd gone to events and stuff, and like our school had a minibus, like a little like 16-seater minibus kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A short bus.
You probably just smelled your seat after you guys left.
Oh my god.
I hope not.
Go ahead, 16. I'm thinking, what did he get out?
So like, let's say we'd been to an event, like, I don't know, I wouldn't have gone to a sport event, but whatever. We'd gone to some sort of after-school event, so we had the drive to class set.
Okay.
And then on the way home, now because it's like 7 p.m., there's no school bus. You can't drop you back off at the school.
Yeah.
So they drop you off at your house on the way home.
Oh.
In a bus, though.
So long. Yeah.
It's a bus.
But you guys get picked up from your houses in this country anyway.
No, we don't. By who?
Yeah.
By the school bus.
School bus.
It's certain ones, certain kids.
But in England, that doesn't happen at all.
Certain kids get it.
Right.
In England, you have to walk to just a regular public bus stop.
Oh, no kidding.
Get on a bus. And,
But the bus doesn't. It depends on where. Like, I took the bus, and the bus used to. And I remember for St. Francis. So like, when I went to my Catholic elementary school, the bus used to pick us up in front of my house.
Yeah.
But then when I went to high school, The bus stop was down the street from my house.
Right.
So I had to go walk all the way down to the street from my house. But then certain bus stops would start at my friend Joey's house. So he'd be the first on the bus always, and he'd be at the very back of the bus waiting for me to sit beside him.
Yeah.
So, but if he wasn't there, I'd be like, oh my God, Joey's not here today.
Yeah.
Something happened
But
to him.
it stopped at his house though. But it stopped at his house. So he would just come out of the house and the bus stop would be waiting. The bus would be ready to pick him up.
Yeah.
Other places too, we would go and there'd be huge herds of kids. They all get on the bus at one time.
Herds.
Then we'd go to the two twins' house, the girl with the broken legs that are faking broken legs every time. There's these two twins.
Always.
There's these two twins that I had in my high school. They had broken legs every year of every single day of everything. They just had these casts on. We're like, you guys are faking breaking legs. You're not. Your legs aren't broken.
Joe, you had one too.
They just don't like
Joe, they would have been
a little bit bigger.
There would have been a girl in your year,
always
in
had a
your
leg
grade,
brace.
who always had her foot in a cast or a boot.
A brace, yeah.
A brace. Always. Right. There's always one.
Well, mine were these two twins.
I don't know if I had that.
Or on crutches.
I had some weird people.
On crutches, maybe?
No, I don't know.
There's always a girl. There's always a girl.
Besides the point, the bus stop would stop at their house, and they would never, ever be ready.
Oh,
and that made me so mad because I had to go down the bottom. If I didn't miss the bus isn't waiting for me if I'm going to the bottom of the street. Because at the bottom of the street, I have to walk all the. It's like you don't understand the privilege of the bus coming to you, the front of your house, and you have all these people in this bus here waiting for y'all to come out of your house. Two of you.
Yeah, I feel like the bus. I'm sure the bus driver gets paid.
Oh, that made me so mad.
I think
so mad.
It's like a rich person thing, maybe. Or it's a coincidence, I don't know, but it's like, don't you wait in like 10 minutes? It's like show up, they're not there. Don't even sit down and stop. If you see them, I would keep driving.
Well, yeah,
I would keep driving. I'm too bad as a bus driver.
They're at least not even gonna stop.
They would just stay and wait because because the bus driver end up meets the mom and stuff, and then it's like, but no, if they're not at the bus stop, you should drive off. Like when we run at the bus stop and everybody gets on the bus and we're running towards the bus and the bus is gone.
Like,
what do we do?
It's like Spider-Man. You got to chase it down.
No, it's so I made me so mad. Still to this day, I'm like, no, she didn't deserve to have the bus stop at the twins. They didn't deserve to have it up there, and they had broken legs too.
But they didn't.
Made me so mad.
They had really, really strong legs under the casts. You know,
school sucked.
They were hiding the goods.
Yeah,
school sucked in general. Just in general, it sucked. Teachers sucked.
The title of this episode: School sucked.
School sucked, and so does Halo.
So
The TV show specifically.
And the Halo show,
yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's it for our episode today.
Yeah. I mean, hey, thanks for stopping by as always. Right? I mean, it was worth the 2 weeks. I bet you what. And listen, next week we got to go over the whole season of Halo now that it's finally done.
Yep.
And we'll be rid of it. Halo for us is like Trump. We can't stop talking about it, and it's just because it's awful. Mm-hmm. So once it's finally done and out of our lives, we'll be at peace, and we'll just find something else to talk about, you know? But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, right?
Yep.
Either way, it's been great chatting as always, and you know, obviously I got to swing by your new place. You still got that sword in the background I see as always, which is beautiful. Let me see it. So to the audience, you know.
But so bye guys. Take it easy. We enjoyed it. It was lovely. Until next week. By the way, Joe, my birthday is actually we'll end this and we'll talk about next week. Bye.
So bye everybody. Adieu.